Hello, everybody, and welcome to the USTA National Campus in Orlando, Florida for college tennis action. Today, we have a great matchup between the UCF Knights and the Clemson Tigers in ladies tennis action. It's a beautiful day for tennis. I'm Scott Tribley, and today I'm alongside Alex Sircone for this great college tennis matchup. Alex, what do you think of today's match as we get going here in the doubles?
I'm really looking forward to watching these matches, these girls compete. It looks like it's going to be a little bit windy outside, so it'll be interesting to see how these girls cope with the conditions. Looks a little tough, but hopefully it'll be good tennis we see. And also, Clemson already played a match today, haven't they?
This is the second match for the Clemson Tigers, and we are on court 3 right now. Clemson in the near court, UCF in the far court. Looks like they're going to be starting with the serve. Court number 3, first point of action, just so that we can tell our viewers, college tennis format. They're going to play 3 doubles matches. There's no warm-up, as you can see. They're going right now. No ad scoring and sets to 6. Whichever team wins the bet, 2 of the 3 wins the doubles point. And then we'll take a short break and we'll be out for the singles. 6 singles matches, they all count 1 point each. So we are on court number 3 right now. Clemson in the near court receiving and the UCF Knights serving.
For UCF, we've got players Natalia and Serrano, and for Clemson, players Ruiz and Morty. And this team has actually already played each other earlier this year. They played at an individual tournament back in November, and the UCF won it. It was really close. It was 7-8. So they played a different scoring or different match format. So maybe it'll be a little bit different with this short, quick set to 6.
You know what I'm excited about? We're starting on court number 3. Normally when you do this, you start on court number 1, go to court number 2. We're giving court number 3 some love here to get going. And
yeah, you can't neglect the bottom of the lineup. Each point counts equally.
Everything counts the same.
That's right.
And so we're at 15 all. Double cheese.
Double cheese.
That's just my little slang saying for a double fault.
Got to keep it fun. It's always tough as a player, especially in doubles, and you double fault, especially early on. And in the doubles, it's the worst. You just look at your partner. I'm sorry. You always kind of get that guilty feeling, you know?
Yeah. And obviously early on, you can't have those nerves.
Especially with the quick formats.
Yeah, and as you alluded, it's not as windy as it was forecasted, but it's definitely swirling a little bit.
Yeah, it makes it tough when going up for the toss, for sure.
Stadium beautifully designed. You know, there's not as much wind as you would normally have.
It's a good close there by UCF.
Question for you on that particular point. Net player at the tee, was that sort of trying to distract the server, or is that?
I think that was planned. It was was it a second serve?
Second serve, yes.
Yeah, normally you'll see, especially in college doubles, after you get miss the first serve, you'll see that doubles player moving a lot closer to the net to look to attack off of a solid return from their partner. So you'll see that a lot. I don't think it's meant to be a distraction.
Matias and Serrano, 40-30, getting started in the action here. We're seeing some I formation. Mm-hmm. Seems like it's, last week saw some of that as well.
Yeah, you'll see that a lot, so that the player serving will try to dictate with their strength. So it looks like that UCF, she likes her forehand, so they try to switch the flow to the forehand side. So we got the first game to Clemson there.
So did I have the score right? Because I thought UCF was up in that game. But game to Clemson.
I think that was an ad point.
Game to Clemson. Let's watch the replay here. All over the place with this point.
Yeah, lots of switches. That's fun, though. It's good. It's dynamic. Solid point by Clemson.
want to try to get off to a good start. The one thing about the set, they're not short sets. They're sets to 6. But in doubles, if you get an early break, you can run with it. You know, it used to be play to 8, and you could maybe come back. But now you really have to be on your game from the beginning.
Yeah, for sure. Especially with women's doubles, I feel like it's such a momentum game, too. It's really easy to get going once you get that confidence and you start going for more and being more aggressive. That's a good move.
Yes. So we're going to watch a couple more points here as we can see off to our, watch the replay here. Great put away.
Yeah, the Clemson girl's really positioning herself well by standing close to the net there so she can cut that ball off easily and go for that poach.
Second serve. Went for the big, it's the right play, correct? I mean, second serve, you want to go for a big return or a bigger return. You have a little bit of an opportunity.
Absolutely. She should have gone for that and had it in her forehand right there. Went for that forehand inside out. It's the right play.
Don't want to miss those. But when it comes right at you, sometimes it throws you off.
Sometimes it does. You're not quite ready.
Now, we'll make a point here. If you look at in the right part of our screen is Brian Konieco. He's the head coach in his second year for the UCF Knights. UCF Knights are 11-2 coming into this match. See a little I formation. Feel like that threw her forehand off a little bit there, potentially.
Possibly. Maybe she wasn't sure which way she wanted to go. She changed her mind. Whenever somebody goes I and you're returning, you always want to just pick your spot and go for it.
Aggressive forehand there. Good put away at the net by UCF.
That was a great point. They kept their cool at the net. That was well done.
So 40-30 Clemson here. Up 1-0 and a break on number 3. Nice reach there.
Yeah, UCF got themselves in trouble. As soon as you back off that far from the baseline in doubles, that's not a good sign. You got to try to hold your ground there, and then you see how Clemson took advantage.
Let's take a look at this.
See, she's backing up way behind the baseline here.
Good angles.
Yeah. See, she needs to take that on the rise, and then Clemson's going to take advantage of that right there.
Good touch. Okay, 2-0 for the Clemson Tigers.
Nice to start off with a free point.
That's usually the name of the game in the doubles, right? If you can make that first serve, usually it's a serve and a volley by the net player. We've seen some long points here. Seeing this I formation on the first serve.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll try to do that to switch the flow to the forehand side. Tough point.
Clemson's coming out. I mean, so this is something for us to just talk about, and we'll talk about it throughout the match. But Clemson played this morning, and I'm wondering in this case, obviously later in the match maybe they get tired, but right now maybe they have a little more momentum having already competed.
That's a great return. Yeah, I think that it helps them tremendously, especially starting out in the doubles. You know, they have a win under their belt already. Let's take a quick look at this return right up the alley.
Whoa.
That's great placement there.
Change direction of the ball.
Yeah. Got to go for that down the line return every once in a while to keep the net player honest. But as I was saying, I think that it's partly to Clemson's advantage that they've already played today. You know, they're warmed up. They're feeling confident. They have a win under their belt. So they're just kind of riding that wave, and we'll see how it goes for them on the other courts. But, you know, I think that potentially it could cause some issues later down the road, just with, you know, stamina.
Mm-hmm.
I never played more than one match in a day, and I could not imagine doing two.
Watch this replay here. Wow,
Great
what a
job
put
by
away by the
Clemson.
Clemson Tigers. We're going to switch over to court number 2 now. Check out the action there with Clemson leading 2-1 on court number 2. Again, Clemson, if you look across the board, has the lead on court number 1 as well. As we have a 3-love here, we're switching court number 2. This is the middle court. UCF in the near court, Clemson in the far court.
For UCF, we've got Bordez and Stolmar, and for Clemson is Miller and Schroeder.
Miller standing right there in the middle.
See that there's that second serve, and you see that volleyer coming in closer to the net to look to be aggressive off the second serve return. It's always a solid play, serving body backhand.
Yeah. Miller Krasilnikov was a doubles player last year. Now is both doubles and singles player, and you can tell has a lot of length at the net. She's receiving right now for the Clemson Tigers. Stolmar serving. Second serve, we're in the I formation. Double cheese. It's not a good thing.
Making me want a hamburger.
Well, that's the next thing. Is it fries with that? All right, 30 all. Second serve.
Yeah, it looks like these players are struggling serving in the
Krasilnikov,
wind.
see, right there, real close to the net, trying to distract the server almost.
Just long on that return there. Let's see if UCF can use that.
Tate Schroeder missing that forehand, the transfer from Missouri into high school at the IMG Academy in Bradenton, Florida. Played number 1 this morning against the Yale Bulldogs. As the Clemson Tigers, they're waiting on a ball over there on court number 1. As you can see, the USTA National Campus Collegiate Center. This is a 100-court facility on 65 acres. It's the world's largest tennis facility. Serves as an anchor for the 300-acre Lake Nona Sports and Performance District. Solmar serving, 40-30. For the kind of the bump lob there.
Yeah, that really was their only option. UCF did a good job of putting pressure on Clemson by having 2 up at the net there. So you'll see, looks like she'll follow this approach into the net. Oh, maybe not that one. That's a tricky shot.
Good tennis.
Yeah.
So, question for you: is it in a little bit of wind or on a situation like that? Is the bump lob or the top spin lob? Which is the better play?
Ooh. I don't know. I think you just kind of have to do what the ball tells you to do in the situation. Top spin lobs are tough. You need a ton of time to hit it properly. Normally, when you're on the defense and you're trying to get that ball, a bump lob is easier. But yeah, you always run the risk of the wind carrying it whatever which way. So you got to be careful when you're making those decisions.
Matias for UCF getting ready to return serve. Matias, number 4 singles player for the Knights. Krasilnikov with the big serve out wide. Was that outside? I think so. So we've got 30-15 for the Clemson Tigers. See the Knights playing 2 back here. And the strategy behind 2 back is...
Well, so we got a big serve coming. She's got a pretty decent serve. So if that return would have gone over, net player's in trouble there.
Mm-hmm.
So really, the returner, they're both standing back kind of as a safeguard to make sure that net player on the serving side isn't going to, be too aggressive. Give yourself a little bit of time to react to that. And then eventually, so that's a great serve. Eventually, the goal would be to work your way into the net.
3-2. Clemson. Let's see if we can move over to court 1. Kind of like this. We start on 3, we go to 2, and now we go to 1. Normally it's the opposite.
3-1 for Clemson.
3-1 for Clemson. Who do we have on court number 1? That's the singles. Kuznetsova, Martinez, Leduc, and Navarro for Clemson. And we're live.
UCF serving at 30 love.
Boy, Clemson's just out of the gates.
Ooh, that was a good point by Clemson there. She just didn't execute. That was well done, though.
Navarro, the lefty, on the deuce side. Leduc on the ad side, receiving, serve. Leduc is the top player for Clemson, ranked number 21 in singles, and this has been a successful doubles team as well. Double. No, second serve.
Not quite. Yeah, Clemson's always been solid in doubles. They were, and they still are to be reckoned with. Solid. I think the coach there does a great job with strategizing and preparing her players for the opponent and really making good choices and decisions and being aggressive in their doubles play.
Coach Nancy Harris, you see her walking across the court. She's been 20 years at Clemson. Prior to Clemson, she was at Auburn Montgomery, an NAIA school in Alabama. Harris has had many, many great players and great teams and players on the tour. Kind of interesting, Clemson's situation this year. They don't have a facility.
Mm-hmm.
In November, they finally got the clearance to build their new facility. They moved them out, and they tore everything down, and they're rebuilding. So this year, they're practicing at Southern Wesleyan, a Division II school, and they're playing at Anderson College, Furman University, Georgia Tech, Georgia, UNC Charlotte. So bit of a hectic schedule.
They don't have a home. That's crazy. And that's got to be tough, too, for their fans,
Yeah.
because they don't really have a fan base. So when you're technically a home match, it's not really a home match. And it's always nice to play at home and have the crowd behind you. So that's got to be really tough for the program this year. But you know what? They'll be better for it in the long run, playing away matches and learning to adjust to different facilities, because for sure the surface is going to be different at every site. Oh, that's
good
great
hands there. It does wear on you, though. I mean,
I bet.
The ACC schedule, as being a player for the Florida Gators. I mean, you're playing a match, 2 matches every weekend, and you're already on the road 4 or 5 weekends, and then to have 4 or 5 more weekends where you're driving an hour or two hours to a match, it is tough. I was talking to Daryl Jernigan, the assistant coach. And he said that it's been tough, but you think big picture, because they're going to get 6 beautiful new courts, a beautiful 6-court stadium, and another 6 courts. So it certainly will pay dividends. It's just a little bit of one of those years where you got to tough it out. But they're in a beautiful facility today.
Yes, they are.
15 all. big spinny forehand there. Leduc serving for the Clemson Tigers. Navarro, the lefty at the net for the Tigers.
It's great serving.
40-15. Kuznetsova receiving here for the Knights. Kuznetsova reminds me of the great player that won the U.S. Open.
That's right.
Svetlana. And interesting enough, similar paths, because Kuznetsova is from Moscow but spent 10 years in Spain training, which often happens. You get out of Russia, the colder weather, to find the warmth of Spain. Kind of like going from New York to Florida. They call Florida the global capital of tennis.
Is that what they call it?
They do. Well, Chris Fowler called it the global capital of tennis during the U.S. Open this year.
Then it must be true.
Hooked outside.
Just long there.
Yeah.
Rather miss long than in the net.
That's right. That's right. You've heard that tip before. We have Christina Sanchez walking up, giving some tips for UCF. You know Christina, and what a great athlete and tennis player she is.
We were in school at the same time. She played for Texas A&M, and she played one for them. I think I never played against her, but A&M had a great team, and have a lot of respect for Christina for sure, and she puts a lot of effort into this program.
On the rise.
Yeah.
They're 11-2 and having a great season with a lot of youth.
That's a good point.
Nice put away. Question: is it an advantage to be a lefty in tennis?
Yes. It's I was talking about this with a friend the other day, how returning against lefties, no matter how much you try to practice it or no matter how many matches you play against lefties, as a righty, returning against lefty serves.
Did you see that?
That was a wild return.
It's called going for it.
I guess. Or it's just that lefty serve. I don't know. But no, it's so tough. And especially in doubles, when you have smaller targets to go for. You got to pick your spots a lot better in dubs. That is some interesting formation from the returning side there.
They had the two back, and now they've moved one up and one back.
And that player was all the way on the deuce side. I've never seen that before.
There's the big lefty return,
It's
moving
great
around,
depth.
hitting a big forehand. And we've got Clemson up here on court number 1, 4-2. On court number 2, it's 3-all. And on court number 3, we have Clemson with the lead, 5-1. The Knights serving right now, down 15-30. Kuznetsova serving. Martinez at the net. Great serve.
Yeah, I'd love to see her serve and volley after that. It was a great serve, and she teed it up really well. I think she could have been a little bit more aggressive off that return there. Because you see Clemson's doing a really good job of being the first one to be aggressive, and it's paying off for them. So I think UCF just needs to go for it a little bit quicker.
This is a big point. With number 3 doubles at 5-1 right now for Clemson.
Yep.
If they get another break, not playing the let here, as they play the let on the men's side, but not on the ladies' side. Got all kinds of formats going on. Second serve. Kuznetsova. UCF's number 1 doubles and singles player.
a great point.
Inside. What a point.
Oh, no. Was that in? It's like they're switching over. It must have been out.
So she
That was a
missed it.
well-played point by UCF, though. I think Clemson
Let's
just
watch
played a
this
little bit better.
replay. Can we
Great
freeze it?
hands.
Oh, I
Just
think it
long,
might have
yeah.
flown a little bit long, yeah. Hard to tell.
Good defense by Clemson.
5-2 Clemson. So the Tigers with a 5-2 lead on court number 3. 4-3 lead on serve on court number 2. And now a 5-2 lead. If we could switch to court number 3, where we have a 5-2 lead for Clemson, could be trying to finish out the first point.
Yeah,
As
they're
we've
trying
said
to-
before, we play 3 doubles matches, 2-6, no ad scoring. First team to win 2.
Clemson's trying to serve it out here.
So what's your strategy when you're trying to serve it out these first couple points? What are you telling your partner?
I don't think it's anything different from the beginning of the match. Obviously, you have more to go off of, but I think you want to try to, if you have your game plan, stick to it, and you don't want to make any decisions based off of what the score is. You don't want to let that dictate, but you definitely don't want to double fault. Because that takes so much pressure off of UCF right now. Now UCF is up 40-15 in this game, which is a relief for them. You know, so all they really need to do is get a solid return in here, and they're back in this game, back in this set. Yep.
Great shot. Really defensive, but hey, it worked.
Yeah, it was well done. It was well played. She's kept her cool there. So a break is only a break if you hold the next game.
Anything can happen here at the USTA National Campus. Campus serving as the epicenter for tennis innovation. 5-3 Clemson.
What a point.
Good tennis.
Clemson's, I mean, UCF won that point, but Clemson is hitting all the right spots.
Yep.
Everywhere the ball lands, it's in like the perfect position.
You could see the wind playing a little bit of tricks on these players.
Yeah.
A couple of the
Wasn't sure what
lobs.
to do there on that one. Great lob. Just missed that half volley there.
Good tennis. Court number 3, USTA National Campus.
If UCF wins this game, they're back in the set.
Yes. But Clemson could still serve for it, right?
Absolutely.
And we're going to keep our eye on court number 1. Hope our producers are nimble enough to be able to switch on a dime for us, because we may need to get to court number 1 here. It's 30-15. We want to stay on this court for right now. Try to watch the rest of this game. See if the Knights can get to 5-4.
Yep.
Put away at the net. Got to their mat.
The net player there did a really good job. She saw that Clemson was hitting off the back foot, so she took a step forward close to the net to really put away that poach volley there. That was good recognition. Yep. Well done. Well done by
Clemson-
UCF.
Clemson's kind of, you see them on their heels a little bit right now.
Well, UCF is attacking first, so Clemson's put on their heels pretty quickly.
Replay coming. Let's take a look at this.
Yeah, she almost had that.
Is that the right play there? Do you go down the line? Do you go down the middle? If we could switch over to court number 1 as we sit in a break, 5-4 Clemson here on court 3. It's coming down to the wire. Clemson started with a big lead, and the Knights are now narrowing the lead.
Clemson serving here, down 30-40. Oh, that was a great point.
So we've got 5-3. The Knights break serve. Keeping a close eye on court number 2, we have Clemson up 5-4. So what looked like was going to be Clemson in a runaway is suddenly very, very close. We'll watch the first couple points here. Martinez serving.
Yeah, it's tough as a player when you think you have it and you're right there, and then you lose one game, and then you lose another game, and they start coming back. Get a little bit nervous.
I'm still trying to figure out what these players are doing, dancing around in the middle of the court.
I've never seen the returning player who's supposed to be at net stand on the hash mark. I've never seen that.
Well, we're here at the Innovation Lab, the USTA National Campus. Anything is possible.
I like that return, chip and charge.
This, Leduc on the run.
Wow, that was a tough shot. She hit that really well.
Talented.
Yeah.
Big forehand there. 5-3 Clemson, court number 1. Replay. Nice volley by Navarro.
She's running back behind this and manages to get great depth on that shot.
We watched her go for that wild forehand a few points ago, but obviously she has the skill. Gosh, Navarro great at putting the volley away.
She's right at the feet.
Sweet lefty volley there. See this replay.
Good depth. That's well done. Doesn't get much better. That's just textbook volleying right there.
Clemson trying to get the first point in doubles. Second serve. They're kind of closing the court in on her a little bit.
Yeah, they want
Martinez.
this.
Double. Jeez.
That for match point.
Okay, we've got our eye on this, and we are at 5-5 on the other courts, so we're going to watch this, and then we're going to move. But let's see this. Court number 1, Martinez serving. Leduc returning for Clemson.
She almost hit her at the net there.
Second serve. I bet you Leduc goes for a big forehand here.
You have to. There it is.
That's game, and that's set. Nancy Harris comes over to congratulate her team as she moves over to court number 2. Teams will shake hands here. The USTA National Campus. We're going to move to court number 2. We haven't really been on court 2 very much, but it's even. It's 5-all.
UCF still in this match is 5-all on both courts. They can very well get this doubles point as well.
Jim.
Clemson serving here on court 2. Yeah, that's good serving, good 1-2 punch.
Jim, we're going to bring you in just 1 second. We're going to go as soon as we get to it. Wow. Miller Kasilnikov with the put away.
Just on top of the net.
Big
There's
shot.
Nothing you can do.
Tate Schroeder serving for the Clemson Tigers. And there's Nancy Harris, 20 years with the Clemson Tigers. She's alongside Daryl Jernigan. She's a first-year assistant. Tate Schroeder, well, here's another.
Yeah,
as
that
you can
toss
see
got
the
away from
wind
her.
swirling.
See her hair blowing in the wind. It looks pretty gusty out there.
Schroeder serving 30-15.
Double fault there. You can see she didn't like that call. Referee confirmed that it was out.
And when we go to our changeover, we're going to keep our eye on number 3 doubles, which is 6'5" for Clemson right now. We also have a special guest, Babson College, Jim Berrigan. He's the head coach for the men's and the women's team. We're going to get a few comments from him. Ooh. I almost felt like Krasilnikoff was too close to the net there. Is that?
Yeah, I think she was looking for the poach, so when the return came right at her, she was a little caught by surprise.
Jim Berrigan from Babson College enjoying his spring break here with the Spring Break Sports. He's going to tell us about the action going on in the Team USA courts.
There's a lot of college tennis going on today, isn't there?
Lots of tennis. Schroeder with a second serve in the wind, 30-40. There's a shot of the Team USA courts here at the USTA National Campus. Serves as the epicenter and innovation lab.
Got 3 dual matches going on those Team USA courts right now.
There have been days where there have been 25 dual matches going on at one time. What an amazing buzz that's going on this 100 court facility, 65 acres. We're going to take a quick look here at court number 3. We've got Clemson with the lead. Got UCF winning on court number 2. Clemson winning on court number 3. Let's not forget that Clemson's already won at number 1 doubles.
UCF really coming back from the dead on this court here. They were down 5-1.
We're going to bring Jim in. He's going to throw the headset on, watch a little of this tennis with us. And because he himself is got a match going on, I believe, right now. Okay. Jim, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm glad to be here. We're out of the snow of New England. We're getting hammered with our 4th nor'easter of the last 3 weeks, so it's great to be down here in Florida.
So we got court number 3, Jim. We got we're coming down to the wire here on the doubles. Clemson and UCF are playing. I don't know about that volley. Is that what you coach there? Or?
That is not what I coach. It looks like she might have dropped the racket head a little too quick there. We like to see our players get their feet tight to the net so they don't make that kind of error. So,
what do you say to your players in a situation like this when you have a team that's up 5-1 and now it's 6-5? You just try to say, hey, forget about it, focus on it right now.
I know it's hard, but it's so important that they stay present-minded, focused,
Yeah.
and they just got to play point by point and go back to basics. And it's just one of those things where you just have to get them to walk it back right to the fundamentals, and just it's all about bounce, hit, and playing every shot with a purpose.
Mm-hmm.
So we got 15-30. Clemson trying to serve this match out. Say the slice ball is kind of a decent play with a little bit of wind out there.
There's so much wind. The wind out there is super tricky. Our players have been fighting it all afternoon, and it's been the wind is always known as the great equalizer, and it really does even the playing field. So it's one of those things where you just gotta embrace it.
You guys have been playing a lot of indoor tennis, probably not have to deal with much
Solely
wind.
indoor tennis. Our women's team came down on Sunday, and it was like going from a soupy mud clay to
Might as well be playing on grass court, right?
Exactly.
30 all.
Oh no!
Big.
Wow.
Kind of that. I don't. Tell me, tennis experts, do you roll that forehand down the middle, or do you go for like a wild wide shot?
Sometimes the softer ball is the better ball. Sometimes you just have to roll it to their feet and look for the next shot to come back high and put away the next volley.
Match point. Match point for the doubles point for the Clemson Tigers. Second serve.
UCF playing double back here.
Wow, nice slice. Inside.
I think Clemson players missed an opportunity there. They had the one up, one back, but the net player on the deuce side was playing too far into the deuce side. They could have closed that window, hitting into the ad court. They missed an opportunity there.
Yeah, and you could see the Clemson player as well was trying to create an opportunity for herself to move forward into the net to get 2 up, but couldn't quite convert.
No ad point. No ad point.
This is huge.
Hold that paddle up. Very defensive right now
Those
for
slices.
Clemson. Oh!
They got crossed up on the UCF side. That's a tough way to lose.
That's the doubles point for Clemson right there.
1-0 Clemson. Clemson has won the doubles point by winning at court number 1 and court number 3. Court number 2 will be suspended. We will have a 5-minute break. We are going to go over and watch the Babson court right now. Jim, you are going to commentate for us here. You're going to be the play-by-play and the analyst. We're on Team USA, court number 16. We got the ladies are playing right now. Are you in a double duel situation right now, or are you just having a single?
So our men's match just finished with Hope. It was either 5-4 Babson, 6-3. We had one match left when I left. So the situation here is that we played singles first. Hope and Babson split, so it's 3-all, and it's coming down to the doubles. And we're up on 1 doubles, and we are close on 3, and this is 2 doubles where Hope is up. So this is just another, this has been a crazy afternoon. We had 4 match breakers in the women's match. We had 2 in the men's match, so it's just been tight tennis all afternoon for Babson and Hope in this double header with the men and the women.
Hope College, a great college in Michigan.
Yep.
So it's great to get down here and play some teams outside your region. Obviously, you get outside, get some sunshine. You've been coming down to Florida for a number of years?
Yeah, so Paul Bellingham of Spring Break Sports has been running this program now for a bunch of years. And, we've mixed it up over the years. We've gone to California, we've gone to Puerto Rico, we've gone to Hilton Head, and we've been in Orlando the last 3 years. So we've really enjoyed our experience here at the USTA Center, and it's just a phenomenal facility. And any of the new freshmen that haven't been here just come in and their eyeballs just pop out of their head when they see this facility, because it is such a tremendous facility, and it's just crazy how many courts there are, and the way the layout is, and the welcome center.
Is this your first time here?
No, we were here last year. So
okay.
You've been coming for spring break a number of years. So we're back on court number 16. I've got a question for you, Jim, and you and I have known each other for a number of years with recruiting and stuff. But tell us a little bit about Babson College. I mean, I'm so fascinated by it because I call it the Harvard of entrepreneurial studies. So tell us about the experience for your student athletes.
Well, you hit it on the head, Scott. We teach in a very entrepreneurial way. Our mantra is entrepreneurial thought and action. Mm-hmm. And even if a student isn't interested in opening their own business, we teach them to go into a company, whether it's a Fortune 500 or a startup, and go in and make an impact right away by knowing the whole picture around a business. And our graduates do very well because they have that holistic experience of learning from soup to nuts, everything about a business, and Babson does a great job. We hang our hat on the entrepreneurial side of things, but we do a great job in other business-focused disciplines as well: accounting, marketing, management,
Sounds practical.
This is
Yeah,
how
yeah.
creative. I'm going to tell you a story. This is how creative Jim is. I had a religion major one time, and he said, no problem. He can come and do business and philosophy, and it worked out.
So-
All right, we're back on court number
so,
16.
So in serving here is Kylie Kam. She's from Hawaii. She's a senior. She went to the Punahou School. That's actually former President Barack Obama's high school.
Oh, wow.
And then
That.
at net is senior Claire Foster. She's from Connecticut. She went to Amity High School. And they're both seniors, both great kids. Excel on the court, in the classroom. Kylie in the near court is a presidential scholar. She has a merit-based scholarship, so she's also very involved in our sororities at Babson. She is constantly getting these reminders on her phone because she has so many things going on, and she just has her schedule is booked from
That's
the time she gets up
impressive.
until the time she goes to bed. So she's quite a woman, and
Sounds
Claire-
like they're both going to have bright futures.
yeah, and I'm really privileged to work with such great women, and both our men and women's team. They have so much going for them, and we're happy to have them at Babson.
So you mentioned that you guys played singles first. Does that happen often in your dual matches?
No, it never
Okay.
happens. Actually, it's just because of the court situation here. We
Sure.
have so many matches going on. We started the men with doubles and the women with
Okay.
singles. So it's just the way the court's laid out. And now we're at 3-all, and it's all come down to the doubles. So it's really exciting.
That's different, yeah.
Right here. Great little.
In tournament play, in my experiences, most coaches would agree to play out the matches because when you're in tournament play, you have match after match after match to play. So you want to protect the players, play as little time as possible so you can prepare for the next day. But in the normal season, you're
Replay here.
going to want to get that experience. So sometimes coaches will agree to play it out.
Big forehand.
Yeah, it's great depth from UCF.
And we are joined in our studio right now by Paul Bellingham, the president of Spring Break Sports. We're going to put a headset on, Paul. We'd like to try and move to court number 3 if we could while we're getting Paul all set up. We just had Jim from Babson College in here. Fantastic. We got a glimpse of the Spring Break Sports. It was absolutely awesome. And we're on court number 3, which in our kind of funny math is court number 1. This is the top singles court. We were talking about this a little bit earlier, Alex. Clemson Leduc ranked number 21 in the country with a 5-2 lead. Clemson looking strong in this match, but we're still very, very early on. And we're going to welcome in Mr. Bellingham. Paul, it's been a great month for you, huh?
It's been super. We've had some great matches here across Orlando in general. Seen some great tennis. A little windy today, but everybody seems to be enjoying themselves. The sun is shining, a little better than yesterday.
So Clemson's up, Paul, in this match. They won the doubles point. We're in the first sets on all 6 courts, and we're going to be kind of commentating. But tell us a little bit more about Spring Break tennis, Spring Break sports, and how it's evolved over the years. I mean, we were talking about how there was a day where there were 25 dual matches going on at one time, and a lot of that has to do with Spring Break sports. Obviously, there's some collegiate series matches, there's some UCF matches, but you've really had this place buzzing.
No, it's been a lot of fun. We started at the end of February, and by the time we're done, we would have played about 335 college matches here at the campus, and overall in Orlando, probably about 650 dual matches.
Wow.
So when you're playing 3 doubles matches and 6 singles matches, that's just over 6,000 matches that would have taken place.
Gosh.
And,
Just a few.
It's been
So, Alex, how does Paul keep it together? I mean, what's the
Well,
secret?
I've got Lizzie, my wife, who's got who's fantastic, keeps great spreadsheets, and keeps everything in order for us as long as we get good weather. We've had pretty good weather. We've had a couple of rainy afternoons, but apart from that, it's been fantastic. So
And
we're playing clay, we're playing a little bit of hard.
Clay and hard.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
so
wow.
this year it's the first time we've played on
Day and
on
night matches. Yeah.
Day and night matches, yes. And
It's really cool to see the teams pass through the campus here. That's been very alive. You know, a lot of the kids on campus, everybody around. So I think what you're doing is really cool. And I was saying, if I was a player during this time and being in this facility where there were many teams here all at once, I would love it, because chances are, you know, I have friends from junior days who are here as well who are on other teams. It'd be great to see some old faces. So I think it's such a cool concept what you're doing with the spring break sports.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I mean it's a lot of fun. We thoroughly enjoy it. I think the faces of the players when they walk into the campus for the first time and they go, "Wow."
We have just not to interrupt here, but we have a set point. It's a no-ad point here. 5-2 Clemson. The Ducks serving, ranked 21 in the country for the Tigers. Got some firepower both for the forehand and the serve. See that it's a little breezy out there.
Yeah, her aggressive game style definitely helps in the wind.
Sorry, it's 5-3. She's now serving for the first set. But so Paul, what is the criteria to come down here? How does a team decide to come to Orlando? We were talking to Jim, and he was telling us how great it is to get out of the nor'easterns and all the snow. So it's no secret that one of the things you have going for you is sunshine.
Correct. Yes.
But how do you draw all these teams in? These, I don't know, you have 300, 400, whatever the number is
We've
of
got
teams.
330 collegiate teams that have participated this month. You can be a Division 1, you can be D2, D3, NAIA. We treat them equally, and teams just sign up in the fall, and we provide a list of schools on our site, and the teams will schedule amongst themselves, and then we will then schedule the facility for them. And it's never a perfect world. Everybody would obviously like to play here every single match. For the quieter weeks, we can do that. But when the busy weeks, like last week and the week before that, we had 125 teams in, and you know.
Here we are now. This is where a lot of the action
Yeah.
goes on. I mean, but you play, the teams play in the Collegiate Center and here at Team
Correct.
USA. I
Yeah.
mean, you can't play 25 matches without using almost every court, right?
No, people get very excited not just to play over at Collegiate, but playing anywhere on campus. And you know, there's been some evenings where we've played 6 clay court matches, and we've played 6 hard court matches as well. And the buzz has been fantastic. When you walk over to Collegiate and you look back at the clay courts, you look back at the hard courts, and see the whole place going. It's a great buzz. It's really really enjoyable.
That was some drone footage that we had there. We're at Team USA right now. We're going to get back onto the courts here, watching the Clemson Tigers play the UCF Knights. And, you know, we were talking to Jim about the format, and he agreed. We're here on court number 3, which is number 1 singles. Clemson down, serving for the first set.
Oh, what a shot.
Nice angle there.
I'm impressed by Leduc's hands. She comes up with some great shots. We saw some of that in the doubles.
Yeah, and we're going to just have a quick look. We see Nancy Harris kind of roaming the court. She's kind of been on court 1, court 2, court 3, court 4. You see these college coaches. The one difference between this and the pro or the juniors is that the coaches get to coach during changeovers, coach during points.
Absolutely. And here in this match, you'll notice that every singles match has a chair official on the match. But Paul, in your spring break sports, it's pretty self-regulated during those matches.
It is, especially for the D3s. We've some of the D2s have requested officials this year, and I'd probably say 50% of the D1s have requested officials for their matches. But to be honest with you, most of the matches are in the players keep the score.
Yeah.
And if there's any issues, the coaches or assistant coaches will step in. But it's
I think that I think it's really great because, you know, people always say tennis is an individual sport, and sometimes me and my colleagues will joke, we're like, oh, just send them with the balls and let them figure it out for themselves.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, no, everything needs to be officiated. And, you know, there's obviously benefits to both. I think that it's really interesting to see college players out there, you know, figuring things out amongst themselves without, you know, the help of an official. So that's one thing I noticed with the spring break tennis here on campus this year.
And I think that using PlaySite and the Play Fair system,
Absolutely.
I think as that develops, the teams have really enjoyed using that this week, especially.
See a UCF pep talk there, Coach Sanchez, in the changeover. But Paul, a final question for you. You've been doing this since 2002.
Correct. 16 years for myself, and I did it for 4 years at Greenleaf Resort.
Right,
That's
and
where
so
it all started.
and how has the national campus changed your offering for these teams? I mean, has it really drawn them in?
It has drawn a lot more teams, obviously in. It's allowed us to take a lot more teams, but the level of the facility that's here, the quality, the technology is phenomenal. Most of these teams, especially the D3s, are not used to that offering, and we're just very grateful, and the staff here at the USTA National Campus make us feel very, very welcome. They open up early for us. They stay late for this month of March.
Josh Record.
Yeah, Josh Record.
Shout out.
Job. Couldn't do it without him. So we're very grateful overall. I think some of the front desk staff are glad to see us gone at the end of March, so we can get back to some regular hours.
Yep.
Closing at 9 rather than closing at 11:30 at night. But what was Jim's view on the scoring format? What did he
said
as
that
a Division III coach?
he said that the NCAA it was going to be addressed because he believes that they should go to the Division I format because
completely Division I or
completely.
Something shorter.
He said that it's just in the Northeast the matches are just lasting way too long, and when you have two programs, it's just it's
taxing on the players.
on the student athletes.
Yeah.
Because he goes to Babson's a really good academic school when they're spending all this time on the court. And it's not because they're playing. It's because they have 4 courts and they've got to play 2 matches and whatever. So he was very pro. And see, this is what happens at spring break sports. The phone is ringing all the time. But Paul, we're going to get back to this. We got some late first sets. We want to thank you for stopping by. We know that you probably have some matches to put on. Do you have some night matches tonight?
We do. We have. We're over at Collegiate tonight. So it'll be a good atmosphere over there. With the Division III side, that's going to obviously be alongside the UCF men's team, and then we've got 3 dual matches over on Team USA. No Clay tonight, but yeah.
On camera, Paul, we want to thank you again. We've got a very, very close match here for the number 1 singles, but gosh, Andy Gladstone's calls you the ultimate entrepreneur, and we think spring break sports is great, and it's created an awesome buzz for the national campus. Thanks for stopping by, Paul.
Welcome. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, back to the action. Court number 1 here, 1540. This is actually 3 set points for Clemson, and a chance to win this first set. And Alex, we're seeing a lot of pretty even across the boards, 1 through 6. If we look at our first sets, let's track this point here. We're now at, what's 30-40? Are we now at deuce? Is that? Yes, I think we're now at deuce. So here we are at a no ad point.
I'd love to see somebody just stroll up and hit a bomb A-serve on one of those deciding points. Wouldn't that be a statement?
Second serve. Duck has had her chances here. Outside. It did look like a
A set point.
it did look like a fair call, and the umpire confirmed. Yeah, she's just gone to get the towel.
So first set for Clemson here on the line one of singles.
And we're going to update you. Court number 1. We're going to watch this replay here. Let's confirm that.
It's great transitioning moving forward.
And that did look like it was a little wide.
Yeah.
We don't have the best camera angle being on the other side of the court, but it definitely looked like it was wide. Let's give everybody an update down 1 through 6. Just wanted to give everybody an update on Babson College women have defeated Hope College. Hope College is Holland, Michigan, on courts Team USA 15 through 20. Babson gets the victory in women's tennis. Here we are in a changeover. Alex, what court should we get our producers to flip to? We're here on court number 1.
Let's check out line 2.
Line 2, which is
probably on
court number 4. Need to be a calculus major here. Figure it all out.
Yeah, for line 2, we've got Maria Martinez for UCF and Fernanda Navarro. They have just started their second set. Clemson took the first 6-2.
Martinez going with a drop shot there. Drop shots in the wind?
It's risky.
Risky.
Very, very risky.
Lobs in the wind.
Risky.
Play the middle. Winds at your back attack.
You want to hit through the wind, and with women's college tennis, you'll see a lot of girls trying to stay close to the baseline and stay aggressive. So just to update you all, it looks like Clemson has the first set on 2 courts, and UCF has got the first set on 3. So it's going to be a close one.
Great
It's a great angle there, yeah.
It's repeat that. Let's watch this replay, and then can you give us that update again, please? Boy, normally you'd say go down the line on your passing shot, but if you can hit that.
Yeah, that's a great angle there. That was a good decision. Solid. So Navarro serving for Clemson here. Another lefty.
Everybody is born right-handed. Only the greatest can overcome it.
That's one way to put it.
And so on this side, the lefty would want to try to swing the ball out wide. Or no, this is the deuce side, so down the tee, or you could kick it.
Yeah, tee's a solid play for that lefty serve there. It goes right into the backhand. Surprisingly today, though, I've seen a lot of girls really attacking with the forehand. And normally you'll see, especially in women's college tennis, that the backhand is the more solid shot.
Big shot there.
Yeah, that's good. That's good transitioning. You see how far into the court she was attacking on that.
And we want to switch not after this game. Watch this replay here.
She sets it up well. Great defense with that slice. Well into the court with that forehand passing shot. So on serve in this second set here.
Could we switch to court number 2, please? It's the one first set that we have not completed. It's right now 5-4, Rebecca Stolmar. She has the lead over Clemson's Tate Schroeder. And as we said, this could end up being a nail biter. Clemson with the doubles point. We're here. This is the number 3 singles match. Got Stolmar serving in the near court.
It's great tennis right there.
Big forehand.
A lot of what it comes down to is decision making in this sport. You know, you have so many options of shots you can hit it high and loopy, you can flatten it out, cross court down the line. So many decisions that you need to make, and that's where strategy really comes in, and you'll find the better players just always know what to do and when to do it. Both players using great depth in this point. It's a great shot from Schroeder for Clemson. So you'll see both of these players using the court really well, getting good depth. Schroeder opening up wide there and attacking on that forehand side. That's your classic 1-2 punch. Still 30 all in this game. It would be really big if UCF got this set to try to keep it even across the board. So set point, UCF.
5-4, 40-30. Stolmar, freshman from Hungary, redshirted last year. She's had a great freshman season, winning all of her matches except for one against TCU.
Also another up-and-coming program. TCU on the women's side has improved a lot. Great point here.
Outside.
Long with that slice.
Good tennis. I mean, that is at least 20.
Yeah, that was a
20
long
shots.
rally. And I mean, that point could have gone either way. You know, Schroeder from Clemson did a really good job dictating. You could see a couple times she was standing inside the baseline and really had control, and then Stolmar could just switch the flow, and that's what happens in those long points. You just got to stay with it. Great defense there. And she switched, and yep, just long on that slice.
And she's happy to have that first set in the book. So we've played first sets on all 6. And our numbers are 1 for 1. I should know this. 2, 3.
Clemson leading 1-0 with that doubles point. I think UCF has 4 first sets right now.
4 first sets for UCF, 2 for Clemson.
It's a good start.
So that's what UCF needs because they dropped the
Absolutely.
doubles point.
Yeah, and as I was saying before, coming out after losing the doubles point, sometimes it can be a bit deflating, but you really just have to shake it off quick. That way you're able to come out for the singles ready to go and get off to a good start. And now it's anybody's ball game.
Let's move to court number 6.
Court 6, line 6.
Court 6, line 6. Let's give some love to
Love
court
it.
number 6.
Gotta
We
give love
haven't
to
been
court
there.
6.
Here we are. You can.
So we got
All
Serrano from UCF and Miller from Clemson. Serrano is one of the juniors, one of the upperclassmen from UCF, another Spaniard.
Mm-hmm. Barcelona. And you have Miller. Krasilnikov with the big overhead. We saw Miller Krasilnikov in the doubles. some good net play where we've got the 6-2 lead for the Knights here on court number 6. Watch this game and continue to monitor the other courts as the action comes up. Double cheese.
I'll never get over that. Line 6 is always undervalued. As I was saying earlier, every single point counts equally, no matter what position on the lineup. And what you see a lot is a lot of spectators and fans will hang out on courts 1 and 2 in the middle, and it's a little bit more quiet and peaceful on line 6.
Line 6 historically finishes last because they play the longest points.
They do.
5 and 6. Usually those
It's a
courts grind.
A bit of it has to do with stubbornness too. I think you're in it for your team. You want to do anything to win, so you'll stay in that point as long as possible and just try to wear your opponent down.
And it's that position too where, I mean, you could have the spot, but if you lose a few matches, there could be a number 7 player that could come in. And
right.
It's not
There's
like
a little bit of
basketball
pressure.
where
Mhm.
if you're either in the game or you're out. So
Yeah. It is a real thing. The pressure of the lineup, it weighs on players. I know it weighed on me as a player, but at the end of the day, you're all playing towards a common goal, trying to practice and make each other better as a team and feed off of each other. I'm sure this line 6 match is playing right next to line 4, and I'm sure we'll see some go Knights, go Tigers amongst themselves.
big out wide serve there, really.
Yeah, Clemson coming out with a good start on the second set after losing the first so quickly. Those slice forehands.
Is that because of the wind or is that because of confidence?
I'm not sure. I think we need to watch a few more points to see Miller's forehand, and she likes it. I noticed that look at that. I think that might just be how she hits her forehand.
Yeah,
She's got a slicey serve too. That could just be her style of play. Which, if you're UCF, that's not easy to play against. It's a totally different style of tennis. Winning ugly, they say.
College tennis here at the USTA National Campus. And you can tell that there's definitely the wind is affecting play.
Yeah, this is a tricky match. You see Serrano's trying to get settled here. She's trying to be really aggressive on that second serve, miss that next shot. And like I said, it's tricky to play against a player who hits a bunch of slices when you're not used to seeing that. If I'm Serrano, I'm hitting everything to Miller Kuznetsov's backhand because I don't want to see that forehand slice. Oh.
It just, yeah.
Got to follow that one in.
It just seems that there's more confidence on the backhand side, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, you
Great
also
shot.
really want to play the middle of the court here, right?
Yeah, I think playing middle is smart. As long as you're getting good depth. That was great depth on her back in there. Awesome forehand, a big fist pump after.
A little bit of luck on that forehand too, because it looked like it could have flown.
Yeah, those forehand slices are tricky. There's not a lot you
They're
can
hard
do
to
off
play
of that.
against, and then
Wow.
she gets to the net and finishes it.
Yeah, chip and charge there.
Winning ugly here
well
on
done.
court number 6 for Miller Krasilnikov. Let's try to go to court number 5 right now. We're at the USTA National Campus. Scott Tribley alongside Alex Sircone. We're enjoying windy conditions today. We are enjoying college tennis at the collegiate section of the national campus. Here we are on court number 5, which is number 3 singles.
Number 3?
Oh, number 4.
Number 4.
I'm going to go back and take that calculus class.
That's how, when I was a player at our school, that's how we used the courts. We had 1 and 2 in the middle.
It's good for the fans because you.
Absolutely, yeah. You get everybody centralized in one location. My favorite line to play at school was line 5 because you'd be on the end closest to the locker room, which was nice.
Yeah, right there with the brick wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see the Gators here in a couple weeks, won't we?
Gators are going to be here on Easter playing the Texas Longhorns.
That's going to be a great matchup. I believe Howard Jaffe is the coach for Texas.
That's correct.
He used to be the coach at A&M, which obviously is an SEC school. So, Coach Roland Thornquist has matched up with him a lot, and he's tough to play against, I will say.
Yeah, he's did a great job, and he's rebuilding Texas, which is kind of hard to think that you would rebuild Texas,
Right.
but Texas has had a couple coaches. It's going to be a great matchup Sunday evening. It's going to be on the Tennis Channel. Easter Bunny will be here. 6-1, 3-1 UCF. We're going to watch the rest of this game, and then we'll move to court number 4. We want to move to court number 4. We want to watch the rest of this game. 6-1, 3-1 for the Knights.
Matias for UCF with a strong lead in this match here. Man, it looks very windy out there.
Mm-hmm.
Sydney Riley from Clemson, one of the Americans on the team from Dallas, Texas.
Mm-hmm. Sophomore.
It's a great serve.
Another break point coming. And Riley's got to really try to get this game because if not, it's 6-1, 4-1.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah, if I'm in her shoes, I'm doing anything I can to drag this set out. Not necessarily win if I'm maybe not having my best day and you're not feeling too confident. You're down 6-1, 3-1, and what you don't want is UCF to get that next point, and then it's back at 1-1, and then it's an even playing field. So what she's got to do is really extend this match out so that point doesn't go up on the board so quick, to give her teammates an opportunity to win in their matches without so much pressure.
I think that's a break of serve right there.
Yep, 4-1 UCF.
6-1, 4-1 UCF. Let's see the replay. Big forehand here. And that's it.
That's a great shot.
6-1, 4-1. And we want to try to move to court number 4.
That's going to be line 2 singles.
Thank you.
Yep.
Where we have Maria Martinez from the Knights playing Fernanda Navarro. Navarro with a 6-2 lead in the first set, or victory in the first set, and it's 3-2. Martinez in the second. Martinez in the near court, returning. Martinez, a freshman from Spain. Second serve.
Oh, she teed that up so well with that lefty slice out wide.
Mm-hmm.
Just couldn't quite execute.
Pretty good return, though. I mean, Martinez cut it off well. And you're right. She did have the open court, Navarro, but it was kind of on her back foot. And
but when you get an open court like that, you cannot miss the net. At least make your opponent run for the ball. Make her work for it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But we're on serve here, 30 all. She doesn't need to worry too much. Just needs to stay focused. That's a great shot. Great playing. What I love about seeing those inside-out forehands is these players are so quick. You have to be so fast. If you'll watch, she's got to be so quick to get around that in order to get her feet in position to hit that shot. Because if your feet are just a little bit out of position trying to get that inside out, it's going to be tough. So that's well done. See a lot of use of the slice from these Clemson players. Shot by Martinez.
You see a plane there in the left going to the Orlando International Airport. The USTA National Campus is 10 minutes from the airport. Martinez is a great ball striker.
Yeah, she really is, hitting clean shots. She's got really good footwork, so helping to get in position obviously helps you to hit great shots and clean shots. Yeah, you mentioned the airplanes. That's definitely something as a UCF player they are probably used to with the planes flying so low. Might be a little bit of a home court advantage because it sometimes be distracting.
No ad point.
Oh, that's right.
Here we are.
Can UCF get the break?
Another out wide one.
Not up there. That's great playing by Clemson. Solid tennis. That's what I mean about the decision making. Like every shot she hit there was just right. See good depth with that forehand. She'll attack. A dropper here. Change it up.
Nice slice drop shot. So good calculated drop shot there after a well-played point. So 3 all. 6-2, 3 all. And Martinez serving.
Don't want to start out a game with a double fault like that. 7th game of the set. It's always an important one. Interesting court positioning by Clemson there. Standing really in the middle.
Look at that wind blow. Oh, no
what just
way. So
see a little
that,
confusion
can we
there.
see a replay on that? That was crazy, the wind, how it blew the ball back in. Watch this. So up over the net, a slicer.
So she's following that slice into the court, and you see Clemson's going for the passing shot here. And this ball manages to blow back into the court.
Oh, and then
misses it in the net. Oh, so I think what happened was our Clemson player, she thought that UCF might have reached over, which would is against the rules, obviously, which is why she asked the chair official. But wow, how that ball blew back into the court is beyond me. It's good tennis here on this court.
Yeah. Could we go to court number 5, please? It is 6-1-5-1-30 love for Monica Matias of UCF. We hate to leave in the middle of a game, but this could be UCF's first point.
Correct.
Here we are with Clemson winning this point. It is 6-1-5-1, 30-15. So you can tell Riley looks frustrated, serving to stay in this match.
Yeah, you can tell she's getting a little antsy walking up to that line. Matias kind of taking her time, which is a smart thing to do.
Wind breezy here, USTA National Campus. Second serve, 15-30. Riley serving for Clemson in the near court.
All. See, that's a return you really.
That was the return.
Yeah, you wanna just make that, so you can tell Riley's unsettled. You wanna just make her hit a lot of balls right now.
But it was the right play.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely it was. But sometimes you just have to be disciplined, you know. And this is that time, because we saw it in the doubles where you had that 5-1 lead and then they lost it, just like that. And so you wanna take advantage of every point and be disciplined in these points. Wait for the right opportunity.
That was outside.
Yeah, just wide there.
Fair call. We have a pretty good look at it here on the in the near side. 6-1-5-1, 40-30 for Clemson to go 5-2.
Here we go, deciding point. Match
What
point or game point.
What side will Matias choose? It looks like the ad side. We have match point. UCF trying for their first team point. 1-0 Clemson right now. Will it be 1-all? Go Knights, Matias says. She strikes first. It's
That's
one
solid.
First singles point in the books.
So 1-1 right now, UCF Clemson.
Monica Matias, senior from Puerto Rico.
You want to go check in on line 1. They'll be on court 3, I believe.
Match point replay here.
Solid tennis.
It's the Golden Knights get on the scoreboard. It's 1-all.
You can tell she's excited about that win.
Clemson versus UCF. We are currently on court number 4.
Line 2.
Navarro, the lefty for Clemson, serving.
Clemson's leading in this match 6-2-4-3.
We could go to court number 2. Court number 2. No, we want to go to court number 2. We'll go to court number 2.
So we've got
Rebecca Stolmar for UCF playing Tate Schroeder, and Stolmar with a nice lead here in the second set after winning 6-4 in the first set. We've also got our eye on court number 5. Alex, what's our score on court number for line number 5?
Let's see. That's going to be, yeah, UCF is up 6-2, 5-3 there. So you're
We need to get to court 1, where court number 5 is currently at 6-2, 5-3.
yeah, this is perfect. So we've got Bordas through Marti here on court 1, singles line 5. This could be another point on the board for UCF if Sylvia is able to break right here.
Sylvia Bordes from Spain, freshman. Number 5 singles.
That was a tight backhand.
And we're at 15 all. 6-2, 5-3 for the Knights, looking for the second point. Coach Nancy Harris trying to throw some pointers in to keep the Tigers alive on court number 5.
Yeah, there's a lot of ends of matches going on. This could be pretty quick. We thought this was going to be long, but almost all these matches are at the ends of second sets.
Clemson played earlier today against Yale. They won 4-0. Then they had lunch at the Net Post Cafe. They were in good spirits.
Yeah, I saw them down there.
The Net Post Cafe is one of the 3 concession options here at the USTA National Campus. Popular spot for many of the staff and all the visitors.
Oh, that pasta. That's got to be perfect. If I got to get pasta for lunch as a tennis player every day, that's so perfect.
Fuel up.
Match point here. Like that aggressive volley.
What a
to
great
take the
volley.
match. That is fantastic. If we are able to switch over to line 1, which, but wait, before that, let's get a replay of the match point here. Really well done by UCF player. Nice backhand volley.
Very clean there.
So on court 3, we've got line 1, and Clemson is leading 6-4, 5-2. UCF's Kuznetsova is serving.
Court number 3 here.
It's 40-15 for UCF. Trying to hold and stay in this match.
And they need it.
That's right.
Well, Clemson needs it as we look at the scoreboard. I mean, Clemson wants to try to get to 2-all, right? So
That's right.
And as we see kind of a back and forth, not only on the court, but with the scoring.
Yeah. It's tough. And, you know, in these conditions, I think you'll see a lot of that back and forth. It's really hard to get in a groove and a rhythm with these windy conditions. So 5-3 here. Clemson serving for the match. Just a score update for you guys on line 2. Clemson's leading 6-2, 5-4.
Should we get over to court? Well, we've got
Let's
Clemson
stay
serving
here,
this
yeah.
one out. We don't know where
We
to
don't
be.
know where to go.
Is there such a thing as a split screen?
At least the spectators and the fans can watch back and forth. It's difficult. I've watched college matches in the stands and felt the same way. Like, which court do I look at? Especially when they're super far apart.
So it's 30 love, 15 all. I thought that was a miss. Clearly it wasn't. 15 all, 6-4, 5-3, 30 love. Here we go.
Yeah. That is a great serve. Nice to get that easy point to set her up for the match point right now. Triple match point. Or quadruple match point, I guess, with that no ad.
That's right. You got to win that extra point. It's not just about getting it back to deuce anymore. Match point for the Clemson Tigers. Outside.
It's a good ball from Kuznetsova. Really good depth on that forehand. I think that's what she needs to do to sort of stay in this game, is just hit really consistent, hard, deep forehands and wait for her opportunity to open up the court.
Duck just with a little more experience, it seems like.
It's great defense. Wow.
Kuznetsova not going away.
Yeah, she kept her cool there. That was not an easy point.
Watch this point.
It's a great get on that backhand side, and that slice is tricky, and she handles it perfectly.
Wow. Going for the ace on match point.
Might as well.
Leduc's got to be careful here. Oh my gosh.
That's a bad mistake.
6-4, 5-3, deuce. No ad.
And she set that up so well. She hit a great serve out wide to really open up the court. And just she really just needs to get Kuznetsova on the run there. You know, maybe she can tee it up again the same way. Up, backhand out wide. It's a great angle. Just long with that backhand there. Good work by Kuznetsova bringing that back from 40 love. That's tough playing.
It's a way to fight. That's what you know. That's where your
If
team
there's
can
a way
feel
that
momentum.
we can, so on court 4, singles line 2, it is now at 5-all. Also another match point opportunity missed. So these girls are battling right now. Here we are, 5-all. Clemson took the first set here.
And also, we've had a split set on 6. As Leduc tried to close out on court number 1, or singles line number 1. Stolmar on singles line number 3 still has the lead, 6-4, 3-2,
Great
but she had a
play by
3-love lead. Where do we want to be, Alex?
It's tough.
We've got 4 to choose from. 2 are in the books.
hang out here until the next changeover. Maybe we can swing back to line 1 on court 3. See how the end of that second set goes. Imagine being a coach. Where do you go? Who do you coach?
Well, they have 3 of them.
That's true.
So
that is true. You've got the head coach, assistant, graduate assistant, volunteer assistant,
video manager,
athletic trainer,
academic specialist. You've got to love it, you know.
Sometimes the athletic director shows up. Never know. Yeah, there's nothing quite like college athletics, the support. There's nothing like it.
Well, it's great to be a student athlete. It's great to play college tennis.
That's right. So that is Clemson's game right there. They're up 6-5. So we'll swing over to court 3 to see how that line 1 match finishes up between Kuznetsov and Leduc. So it's 15-all in the game right now. Leduc serving, trying to stay in this match.
Big
Ooh,
serve, just wide, or just long.
I'm not sure. What a rally in this point. It's a big point. Both of these players fighting for it. Oh, just long. Not a bad mistake from UCF there.
This is a big swing match. You can really start to look at what we have left. What is the score being 2-all? There we see Kuznetsova serving. Great comeback here in the second set.
Wow, that was... You could tell that Clemson was up there, was breathing a sigh of relief. She knew that forehand she hit was a little bit short. She got lucky that Kuznetsova just tanked it in the net there. So here we go, match point. See if she can convert this time.
Let's check it out. I have a feeling we're going to see a big forehand.
Oh no, slice forehand.
Slice forehand.
But it worked.
Oh!
All right, so now that evens things up. 2-2, I believe.
I already had it at 2-2.
Yeah, you knew she was going to pull that one out.
I knew it. So we have UCF with 2.
Let's run back to court 4.
Clemson with 2.
The line 2 match on court 4. It's either going to finish or go to a breaker, and I love breakers.
I know, and then we have on court. Let's watch this replay again
Forehand
here.
chip return.
That was just I'm gonna get this back.
Yeah, sometimes you just got to make your opponent play. You know, sometimes that's all it takes.
Whoa.
We'll blame the wind on that.
Okay.
Shank serve.
We'll blame the wind
on it.
We'll blame the wind. We're on court number 4, which is the number 2 singles line.
Martinez for UCF, Navarro for Clemson.
That's why this is a team effort.
Absolutely.
The names and the courts.
It's a lot to keep track of. College tennis got 6 matches going on at the same time. 12 different players, sometimes more, because some players will play doubles but not singles.
Navarro getting fired up. Go Tigers! I feel like I'm at the football game.
That was my favorite part about college tennis. You can scream as loud as you want. And nobody gives you a weird look about it. It's totally normal.
Don't get that vibe in junior tennis.
Oh yeah, you'll get point penalties for
That's
that.
right. You'll be on Lou Brewer's unsportsmanlike list.
That's right. We run a tight ship in junior tennis.
Well, I like that sportsmanship. Some of the stuff. That's
Yeah,
happening.
there it is.
Clemson.
That was big.
Clemson 6-2, 7-5.
Clemson leading in the overall score 3-2. So they just need one more of these singles matches in order to finish off this dual match. That was great composure at the end. She had the lead. UCF came back a little bit, but then she was able to finish it off. Solid serve to start at that point. Just fired up.
3-2 Clemson.
All right,
And we have
Scott,
2 matches left.
which match would you like to go to? We've got a third set and the end of a second set going on.
I think we should go to court number 2. Number 3 singles. Rebecca Stolmar for UCF and Tate Schroeder for Clemson. And our match time right now is 2 hours and 14 minutes.
I think Clemson's starting to feel that second match of the day in their legs a little bit.
We'll see.
If this goes to a third set, the other match is currently a third set, we might start to see that.
UCF back tomorrow. They play the Yale Bulldogs here at the USTA National Campus.
Great point. It's great court coverage by Rebecca Stolmar from UCF. She's quick. Covers the court really, really well. Yeah.
Solid. I haven't, obviously a little more baseline than net, but seems to have all the shots.
Yeah.
Plays within herself. There's a reason why she's been their best point. Plays smart and has a great future for the Knights.
Yeah. And confidence too. She's got a good track record so far this season, and when you get that momentum, definitely helps you in future matches.
3-2 Clemson as we see Brian Cogneco, the head coach for the Knights. Cogneco, a 5-time All-American at Ohio State. 4-time Big Ten champs.
Wow.
Was the head coach at Brown University and hired on 2 years ago to be the coach of the Knights, and he has done a great job assembling the talent. Outside there. But
Tough and solid tennis from both players. You can tell it's a competitive match.
Schroeder's done a great job. I mean, she was down 6-4, 3-love. She's won 4 straight games.
Yeah, so now Stolmar's really just got to stay composed and remember how she got to that point. Good serving. Yeah, I really think that this wind is affecting the first serve percentage for these players.
You can see it blowing around with the
Yeah.
toss.
And as a player, that's tough because if you're used to relying on your first serve as a weapon and all of a sudden that kind of gets taken away, it's back to the drawing board.
Big forehand.
Yeah, it's good ball striking. Great core positioning by Stolmar. You haven't seen her back up more than 4 feet from the baseline. She's holding her ground really well. That ball's just long, I think. She played that point so well, though.
It was good tennis. That must have been.
Yeah, and you see Schroeder, she's doing a good job, you know, dictating a little bit. And great core positioning from Stolmar, staying on that baseline, not getting pushed back.
You see this replay.
And just goes for a little too much with that forehand.
Almost like, should I go down the line or should I go cross
she had too
court?
much time, yeah. All right, exciting point.
Go. This is a huge point.
Big difference between 5-3 and 4 all.
Konyeko over here in the left part of the screen, and you've got Harris over here on the right. You've got Stolmar right back at the fence and in the near court, and you've got Schroeder for the Clemson Tigers on the far court. What will happen on our no-ad point?
It's anybody's ball game with these no-ad points. Good defense.
Close inside.
Just wide.
Oh!
It's a big game, 4 all.
Gosh, to go back down the line again. 4 all.
Does a good job neutralizing that backhand there. Great shot here by Schroeder, getting her on the move. That's the low percentage shot behind the player and missed it wide. Back on serve here, 4 all. And just a score update for you guys, it is 3-1 for UCF in that third set on singles line 6. That is a great
inside, but she calls it out.
I think that was an overrule.
Overrule.
Yep.
Coach Harris not putting up much of a fight there.
Sometimes when you're a player, you just want that ball to be out so badly. That's actually what you see. That was well inside the line.
Yeah, so the play site cameras here are doing a great job showing us this clear action here at the USTA National Campus. Yes, this is really a great match. Not the best forehand there from Stolmar.
I think she had the right intentions, trying to take that on the rise and time it moving forward. Just got to shake it off.
Wow, we are in a heck of a match here, and UCF with the lead in the final 2 courts.
Yep.
We don't have team scoring on the screen, but it is 3-2 Clemson right now. There are 2 matches left, and UCF has the lead. Who would you rather be right now, the Clemson Tigers, or would you rather be the UCF Knights?
I'd rather be Clemson. You're up 3-2. It's a big difference having to win 1 singles match than 2 singles matches.
There you go. All right. Oof.
You know, you got to give it to Clemson for adding these matches to their schedule. Because when you think about
I was thinking
ACC,
the same thing.
they're in a tough conference. You got Duke, right?
Yeah, I mean, they
UNC.
they can't sit home and play because, as we said earlier, they don't have a facility right now because they're rebuilding. But you're right. I mean, the ACC has great teams. I mean, they just played and lost to Boston College and Syracuse.
I guess coach is just trying to get more matches under the belt. I know that in my experiences, we never got a spring break. Obviously, no Panama City Beach for us. But our team, the Florida Gators, we never did the spring break tennis. We just use it as a week to really work on our fitness. You know, so you have time
just
off
not
school.
Have school.
No school, just 2 a days, maybe 3 a day. Spend a lot of time taking care of the body in the training room. Break from competition. Turn your brain off from school a little bit.
Yeah, just kind of be out of that routine. The campus is slow. You can.
Oh, the campus would be dead.
Yeah. All right, 6-4, 4 all, 30 all, and is that a double cheese?
That was a double fault for a break point.
Oh, boy. Gosh. Okay, we're going to definitely watch this game, and then we've got 4-1 on court 6. We are keeping our eye on both of these matches. As soon as this game is over, let's flip over to court 6. Just get a little glimpse of what's going on.
Don't want to neglect line 6. Great playing by Stolmar there. She's being really aggressive, and it is paying off.
Stolmar was the decider when they played and upset Michigan a couple weeks ago.
Yep.
So she's been...
she's good under pressure.
So here we are on court 6. We have Miller Krasilnikov serving here. The near court, down 4-1. Playing
Serrano from
UCF. Serrano with a 4-1 lead, missing that forehand. Krasilnikov kind of going with kind of a
like I said,
sidearm.
She's got tricky, slicey shots, and if I'm Serrano, I'm just doing whatever I can to sort of keep it. See, that's so tricky handling that.
Is that out?
I don't know.
Can we go to our replay? What's it? The Hawkeye Replay system?
Yeah, I think that was out.
So we've got
15 all here.
15 all.
Slice out wide is tricky. That is just.
So do you start slicing if someone's slicing? I mean.
Sometimes it's good to slice off a slice. On a forehand
Quick
though.
replay here.
I don't like slicing my forehands personally. So I'm doing whatever I can to hit topspin forehands. On the backhand, I'll hit backhand slices all day. But yeah, Serrano just needs to remember what she did to get to this point. It's 4-1. Keeping her calm, staying patient.
Another sidearm.
Handling those junky slice sidearm serves. Makes you wonder if Krasilnikov's had any injuries at all with that funky technique.
It's interesting you would obviously she plays kind of a quick game.
She does.
Big game, serving, and normally in the 6 slot you would see the grinding type play. So double cheese. Krasilnikov, Miller, Krasilnikov, a little frustrated, of course. We go to a no-ad point, and then we need to get over to court number. We need to get over to the number 3 singles after this game. Oh, wow. 4-2. So we'll go over and watch the number 3 singles now. If we could flip over there on court number 2.
Got it. 15 all.
15 all.
UCF
Stolmar
serving.
trying to
Even things up.
Yep.
Yeah. A fist pump there from Schroeder.
Gritty there. Coach Harris pumping her fist as well and throwing out some pointers. What's she saying there?
Get her mic'd up next time.
15-30. Second serve.
She's being really aggressive with her court positioning there on that second serve, well inside the baseline. Both players using the court really well. At their point.
Wow, 30 all. 6-4, 5-4, 30 all. 2 matches left here. UCF Knights versus Clemson Tigers at the USTA National Campus, home of American tennis. Can you believe it? 100 tennis courts on 65 acres. And we've got a nail-biter college tennis match here today. Good point.
Yeah, both players, again, using the court really well.
25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31.
Oh, she's got the, I thought she had it.
31 shots. Can you believe it?
You know, I can. It's college tennis. They're so disciplined and tough, these players.
And as we
When
look
you're
at the replay.
Yeah, playing for your team, you don't want to be the first one to miss that ball. Oh, she wanted that to go over. Both players taking a breather after this point, trying to get their heart rate down a little bit.
6-4, 5-4. Match points for Stolmar. Outside. Rebecca Stolmar
Solid
ties
play from the
it
freshman.
up for the Knights.
3-all. It's all down to court number 6.
We only have one place to go.
I personally love it when a clinch comes down to court 6.
But as we were saying earlier, this is the longest, usually is
Yeah.
the longest match.
Yeah, these two in the third set. 5-2 for UCF. Clemson serving to stay in this match here. Seeing a lot of mishits and shanks. I think maybe if it's the wind or if it's because Miller Krasilnikov is just so tricky to play against. Maybe a combination of both.
That's it. So 5-2. Gosh, look how much action was on that.
Yeah, that sliced out wide a lot.
Match time, 5 hours. Match time, 2 hours and 33 minutes here at the USTA National Campus.
It really is amazing how the 6-game set and the no-ad scoring really shortens things up. Think about it, 2.5 hours, one singles match, one doubles match. It's not too bad.
Keep it under 3.
Yeah. Oh, she got that.
Wow, big overhead there. It's going to be pretty difficult to get a lob over Miller Krasilnikov's.
She's pretty tall.
Yeah. It says here's the replay here. As you can see, she just, puts that ball away. Listed 6'1" on the roster. Outside.
The teammates cheering from the sideline. Standing on that.
That's what makes college tennis special right there, your teammates.
You'll notice they'll stand on that center line on the court. That's the rule. You cannot stand any closer when you're cheering for the court next to you.
And whether our viewers at home can hear or not, they are being loud. Boisterous.
Lots of go Knights and go Tigers.
Come on! So let's
Need
see
to go
here.
1 octave higher, and then you can got the ladies. Come on.
Serving for the match.
This is so tricky.
Chip and charge. Rush and crush.
Oh my goodness. I'm trying to rack my brain to think what
Look at this.
I would be doing against this
easy.
Clemson player right now.
It's windy.
Yep.
It's a chip low, and Krasilnikov is great coverage at the net.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe starting the point off with a really heavy kick serve, because normally when you get a ball up higher, you can't really slice on a high ball. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. Putting my coaching hat on.
Love it.
See there. Nice high ball to the backhand. You can't slice that.
Well, you want to keep
she can.
Krasilnikov away from the net. Look at
tough.
that. Another. You're right about this forehand. I mean, it doesn't look pretty, but it's very effective. And on Court 10, Team USA, Hobart College has defeated Denison in the doubles point. And they are on their way with the spring break sports, as we interviewed Mr. Paul Bellingham earlier.
It's a cool service that they provide for these teams. You know, what our friend who came and said he went to Puerto Rico one year.
Jim Berrigan.
Yeah.
From I think too that for these teams that we're at Love 40 here, so could quickly be 5-4.
I think this Krasilnikov's really
outside there,
stepping up her game now that she
went for
knows.
the forehand there.
Yeah. She went for it. Keep slicing. But no, it looks like she's playing a lot more within herself. She's making more shots. Maybe she's stepping up because she knows it's all coming down to her. Sometimes some players will play a lot tougher under pressure situations. Yeah, it's well done.
Wow, climbing back.
Big fist bump. You know she wants this game. She does not want it to go to 5-4. Watch this ball that she takes in the crosswind. Really pulls it in the middle right here. See that ball curved into the middle. Great swing volley.
Caught an airplane on that replay too. Coming in.
Oh, that was it.
That looked
Just
outside.
wide.
It
Yep.
did look. It looked fair, like a fair call. Okay, well,
Deciding point.
isn't this what you play for?
This is what college tennis is all about.
3-all. UCF Clemson. And it's match point for UCF after being down 40-love in this game.
Clemson able to pull that one out.
Wow, it's
Extending this match.
5-4. So no, going back to the spring break tennis, it's amazing to see all these teams here and to have matches going on all day, and I think it is great. The kids love coming, and they obviously go to the parks and play the tennis.
I want to go to Universal.
Yeah. Well, I think Paul probably had a few tickets.
I know, maybe I can pretend I'm on the Hobart team.
But we're in a very exciting match here, and as we watch the replay, and barely barely. And in our match time, as I was saying, is it's 5 hour. I'm sorry, it's 2 hours and 40 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna get that right. And then we have a men's match. UCF has a men's match coming up after this. UCF men will play Arkansas Razorbacks.
Wow, that's going to be a great match. Arkansas's got a great team.
Andy Jackson.
I was just going to say, Andy Jackson was at the Florida Gators men's team for a while while I was there.
Yeah, 03 to 13.
Yeah, and he's done a lot for that program.
He's been a winner everywhere he's gone.
Michael Redlicki came out of that program.
Look at this. It is Miller Krasilnikov with a comeback right now. Now serving 15-love.
She's playing solid. She's junior, upperclassman.
Delray Beach, Florida.
Yeah, that high backhand volley is tricky sometimes. It's not an easy shot to execute. See, it's so windy. It's shaking the camera, the fence a little bit. It's got to be tough to play out there.
But I would bet by now the players are used to it. You know what I mean? I mean, they're so kind of in the moment.
Yeah, and it's been a steady wind. It's like a cross wind across the courts. It's been blowing in the same direction. Sometimes it gets tricky when things get swirly, but it seems like it's been going in the same direction pretty steadily throughout this match. Wow. Match point again.
Big shot.
Yeah, that was a great forehand. She really went for it.
From Natalia Serrano. Looking to take the Knights to 12-2.
Her teammates on the sideline feeling pretty antsy right now. Would love to get the W at home.
Here we are. Second serve. Krasilnikov really talking to herself.
Yeah, she's showing some frustration. That's not something you want to do when you're match point down. Here it is.
The
UCF.
UCF Knights with a 4-3 victory here at the USTA National Campus. What a college tennis match, Alex.
I know, that turned around quickly. Clemson had such a great start, so strong in the doubles. And, lots of good singles matches.
Do you think it being Clemson's second match may have made a little bit of a difference?
It's so hard to tell. I couldn't see a lot of fatigue.
Match point replay here.
As a factor.
As Natalia Serrano, the freshman, the junior from Barcelona, Spain, clinches the match for the UCF Knights.
There it is. That's a great win for UCF. Clemson's been a great program. Any win at home is a good win.
ACC victory.
Yeah.
Now they have to come back tomorrow
league.
And they play the Yale Bulldogs.
An Ivy
League, yeah. But, Clemson beat Yale 4-0 and UCF beat Clemson.
So they have the indirect win?
I don't know if indirect wins matter. But, we've had a great time here, Alex. Thank you so much. This has been fantastic. And just really great tennis. Like you said, the doubles was dominated by Clemson, and then UCF did a good job of kind of getting out of the gates, won 4 first sets, and as it turned out, those 4 first sets kind of paid off.
Yeah, no, I think that UCF did a great job in executing all of their first sets. It's really easy sometimes to get complacent and allow for split sets. But I'm happy for the Knights. They work hard. I see them out here practicing every day.
The home team.
Yeah, it is a home team.
This is Orlando's home team. It's the USTA National Campus's home team, and they're 12-2 now. They obviously have an Ivy League team tomorrow. Gosh, it's great to look at the UCF schedule because they have so many home matches because teams want to come down and play.
Yeah, absolutely. They have a great schedule.
So probably a little bit of an advantage playing, outside with maybe some teams having to play indoors and stuff. But great tennis. We saw some great coaching. We saw coaching on the court. Coach Konyeko certainly seemed happy at the end, and it's been a great time. Thanks for all your input, Alex. And we're going to sign off here from highlights throughout the match. It's been a wonderful match. 4-3. The UCF Knights win today here at the USTA National Campus, home of American tennis.